Chris Packham called for help from across the country to make a better world for animals as he became president of the RSPCA. The Springwatch presenter said now is a critical moment for wildlife and pets amid increased pollution and the cost of living crisis. Chris, 62, steps into the prestigious role as the charity prepares to celebrate its 200th anniversary next year. Making his announcement at a Chelsea Flower Show event last night, he said, "I see this time as one of the most critical times for animals in the last 200 years. Every decision we make, on every scale, affects the world around us. Wildlife is increasingly threatened by sewage pouring into our rivers, decisions on where homes are built and how we power the country," the TV naturalist said. And pets are hit by the cost of living crisis as animals are neglected or abandoned and owners struggle to pay for vet care or even food. Speaking from the RSPCA garden at the West London Flower Show, he added, "We're living through uncertain times with seismic shocks that have undermined our own sense of security and well-being. During times of social and economic stability, that is when animals can suffer and when charities like the RSPCA are needed more than ever." He called for fellow animal lovers to join forces with the RSPCA to help bring about positive changes for the animal world. RSPCA Chief Executive Chris Sherwood said, "We are really excited to welcome Chris Packham as president of the RSPCA. Chris is much loved, well-respected voice for all animals who speaks to a wide range of society. Like us, Chris is ambitious for animals and we have a huge amount we want to achieve by 2030 and beyond, and his passion and expertise will help us get there. We all have a part to play," writes Chris Packham. This honor comes at a historic moment as the charity counts down to its 200th birthday next year. "Arguably I am taking up my position at one of the most critical times for animals in the charity's history. Protection of animals is woven into the fabric of our society and our laws. But the modern world comes with its own challenges for animals. We've seen the pandemic take its toll, with more animals coming into RSPCA care and rehoming slowing as cost of living pressures bite. There has been a 25% rise in abandoned animals year-on-year and incidents of neglect have increased by 13%. And as the bottom has fallen out of the puppy market, we are seeing an increase in abandoned litters of puppies. Animal welfare is central to many of the big challenges facing governments and society. Wildlife is in crisis and we all need to do our bit to support the animals who share our world. All our futures, human and animal alike, are bound together. Whether it's trade deals and economic growth, human health and well-being, sustainable farming and food security, or biodiversity and climate change, what's good for animals is good for us. But the solution needs a global approach. We, as a leading world power, need to take the lead on this. One of the RSPCA's 8 key priorities is a universal declaration from the United Nations on animal welfare as a springboard to improve welfare around the world. Another huge focus for the RSPCA is improving farm animal welfare in this country. Farm animals face some of the worst suffering, with billions living and dying in appalling conditions. We want people to eat less meat and animal products, and to choose higher welfare options, with clear labeling to give real choice. Our big ambition is to see half of all farm animals reared to RSPCA assured standards by 2030. We have a big job ahead of us. But we know we don't have to do it alone. We need to work with other charities, with businesses and government to bring about change. We need to work with you, animal lovers, to ensure we can truly be there for all animals who need us. We need you to lend us your voice to campaign with us, your time to volunteer for us, your power as a consumer to make the right choices for animals, and your compassion to make sure we create a world which is better for animals.